to give us the latest report on from the feds. I first want to thank you personally for working on a topic that has always been dear to my heart and dear to the heart of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. I know several members have already touched a little bit on issues related to diversity and inclusion, and you yourself said something, and I really was struck by the words you used, that when you look at setting the interest rates, you want to reflect that all Americans in the room when you do it. And in my view, the best way to do that is to make sure that the people at the table making those interest rates decisions reflect what America looks like. So I want to thank you again for last month joining you was Adriana Kugler, who was nominated as the first Hispanic to ever serve on the Federal Reserve Board of Governors in its 109-year history. It took a while, but we're there now, and hopefully that will help ensure that when decisions are being made, that all Americans are indeed in the room with you. And so I want to thank you and the President both for making sure that that happens. I know that in my district that is 77% Latino, we're really proud of that fact. But Mr. Chairman, I wanted to see if you could provide me an update on the federal workforce, particularly within the Fed system, because I think that area too, you may recall we've discussed it before in prior times that you've been here, the workforce doesn't quite look like America. So could you give me an update on where we're at with diversity and inclusion issues related to Latinos in the federal workforce for the Fed?
Sure. Well, I guess the place I would start is a good part of the story, which is the directors of the 12 reserve banks around the country. That's been an area where we focused heavily on diversity and inclusion, and I think met with a great deal of success. So relatively high numbers. We can give you the numbers. We'll be happy to. Relatively high numbers of both Hispanics and African Americans and other minorities, and majority of women. So that's been an area where we have a free hand to act, and we can do that. I think in terms of the workforce, we actually had a particular focus at the Federal Reserve Board on Hispanics and working hard, particularly devoting ourselves to a tight focus on generating more Hispanic contact and more Hispanic employees. And I think we had some success with that. We spent a whole year of that, doing that a year or so ago. And so, you know, it's a very important, the most successful organizations in American society, or it's not a coincidence that they seem to me to be the ones that have pretty advanced diversity and inclusion programs, so that they do have, you know, all different parts of America represented around the table.
Hello, friends. I have big news to share with you this Monday. New relief programs are being created by many lawmakers as the cost of living continues to rise in the United States. Many are now showing support for recurring checks for low-income households. This Friday, thousands of checks will be sent out to select Americans through guaranteed income programs. My dear friends, I'll be sharing with you which states and cities are approving new relief. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, on Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please make sure that you enter the weekly giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dearest friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. In the 3 years since our federal government started sending out checks to Americans to provide relief from the crisis, the idea of no strings attached money for all Americans have moved further into the mainstream. Universal basic income or guaranteed income programs have become a reality in several cities. Proponents say universal basic income, which provides all people in the program with a recurring cash payment regardless of their income or work status, can lift millions of people out of poverty. They also say that universal basic income protects them from financial struggles in the event of an emergency. But some evidence suggests that universal basic income and guaranteed income programs can provide little benefit despite the enormous costs. Rochester, New York, Cambridge, Massachusetts, and Ann Arbor, Michigan are among one of the many cities launching guaranteed income programs this year. Other places, such as Alexandria, Virginia, have already moved to implement such programs over the last 3 years. Some of the initiatives are privately funded. Others have relied on taxpayer funding. The city of Chicago, Illinois, used crisis relief funds to set up a guaranteed income pilot program that paid many residents $500 per month for 2 years if they met age requirements and had a household income of 250% below the poverty line. But in some ways, data from some of the recent guaranteed income pilot programs show results that differ from the talking points noted in favor of the programs. By far, the largest category of spending from the cash payments was at retail stores. More than 40% of the money went towards retail, compared to the 8% that was spent in housing and utility bills. So, dear friends, please let me know what your thoughts are about guaranteed income pilot programs. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang popularized universal basic income during the 2020 election when he promised to establish one for everyone in the United States. It was dubbed the Freedom Dividend. Andrew Yang's proposal would have sent everyone who was 18 years old and older a monthly check for $1,000. Yang argued that the payments would become necessary to cushion the blow of future disruption to the economy from automation. However, the idea of basic income programs dates back several decades. Former President Richard Nixon even came close to implementing one in 1969. Currently, Alaska has had the longest-running basic income program in the country, handing out checks to all residents since it was established in 1982. The state's permanent fund dividend offers Alaska residents a chance to pocket some of the profits from mining and oil drilling each year. The state deposits at least a quarter of its energy revenue into the fund and uses a complicated formula to determine how much residents will receive based on the fund's performance that year. So in 2022, the permanent fund dividend payment was worth $3,284. Basic income proponents note that Alaska's program has proved a relative success. The permanent fund dividend has cut poverty levels and remains popular till today. Some studies have found the payments did not cause Alaskans to stop working, rebutting a common concern of basic income opponents. Because the payments fluctuate based on how much revenue the state makes in any given year, the program does not provide the level of security that a consistent payment amount would offer recipients. A guaranteed income program for recipients in El Monte, California, will start in 5 days on June 30th, 2023. It will give recipients payments of $500 every month. The program is intended to help mothers in the city, which is home to more than 100,000 people. Applications for this program opened on March 27th. In total, this program will last a whole year, giving recipients a total of 12 payments. The final payment will be issued on Friday, May 31st, 2024. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Monday. My dearest friends, thank you so very, very much for being here and for being part of this community. To say thank you, I will be announcing more winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dear friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos. and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. Thank you so much and have a wonderful and very blessed week.